Hey guys, welcome back to another video of Impossible Mowers. In today's video, we're going to be seeing if we can't replace this alternator in this Poulan to make it reliable once again. So without further ado, stay tuned. Alrighty guys, welcome back to the channel here. Just like I said in the beginning of today's video, we're going to be trying to see if this is the culprit for why it's not wanting to start up again. This mower has a history where it'll start up and then even after using it for a whole day, it'll only give you like one revolution then stop. I replaced the battery last year in it and it was working, but I also noticed it wasn't charging or holding charge very well. Now, I did do the alternator in this many moons ago, but it was from an old alternator. It was an old spare alternator I had on the shelf, and that was back when this motor wasn't even in this mower. I didn't even actually have this channel. This was back when Krusty had this motor, which that's something to talk about on a podcast someday. But all that just to say, I personally believe the alternator is charging, but it's just not enough. It's really old, it's spanked, and Hypa set us up with a brand new one. Hopefully this is the fix. The only way to find out is if we tear into this motor and replace it. So without further ado, let's dig right in and see what we find. Alrighty guys, so we can see here we have the flywheel. Underneath the flywheel is our alternator, and you can even see right here there are some wires running underneath here as such. When we go to replace this, I'll be sure to let you guys see how to make sure those wires go in correctly, and just make sure you're putting this thing in correctly, because it really does not take a lot to screw something up, and then the moment you turn over the mower, bam, something bad happens. So we can see here we've got this big freaking bolt right here. You can see how there's this little divot right here. See that little divot? Preferably that is for a pulley puller. I have a pulley puller on me, so this should be pretty easy. I'm seeing some spots where I can actually grab onto with the pulley puller, but I don't think it's necessary. Some manufacturers put that divot there for a pulley puller. I don't know if you guys noticed, but on this flywheel there are plastic little teeth right here, and I'm telling you right now, they probably were not meant to be pulled on by a pulley puller. So I would actually say that that is not for a pulley puller. Yeah, no. You'd probably want to do that by hand. Yeah. Okay, so sorry about that. So we gotta get this bolt off and then get these two nuts off. I think these nuts are holding in the plastic guard here that goes with the flywheel, but we'll take them off too, because they're probably all assembled and put into one unit. So yeah, all right, let me get the sockets ready and we'll see what happens. Alrighty guys, I started working on it and forgot to record. Many apologies, but That's what she looks like underneath the plastic there. I was right, these were holding in a little guard there, or the little plastic fins. This guy, let's see what it takes to take him off. We do have some pretty good sized impact rated sockets here, so I don't think we'll have any troubles taking it off. Maybe. I'm not sure. Let's see. I actually may not have that. Oh my goodness. Yep, I don't have it. Phew. Me and my big mouth. Alright, let me go look for a socket. I know I got one somewhere here. So I'll be right back with you guys when I get the right socket for that. Alrighty guys. So I just got this nut loose, but what I did, and it's a pretty cool trick I've done with a lot of other flywheels, when you're in a tight spot and you're in my position where all I have at the moment is a big fat ass socket and a breaker bar, I mean, this trick is a classic. You got the wrench hitting on one of the grooves there, up against the firewall, and pops right off. Now, these are not supposed to be hammered tight. These flywheels are not supposed to be jammed down with an air sawzall or jammed in with an impact, all right? The reason being, what's underneath here? There's a couple seals, there's the alternator, of course, and then there are magnets that rotate around the alternator. And if you just jam those in, oh my goodness, you could damage the magnets, you could damage the alternator. There's a lot that could happen. So when you put these back in, and I will show you how to do that, you just want to do it pretty carefully. You do want them really tight, but you don't want to smack them in. The other reason why I don't want to put them on really tight is you're probably going to want to service your V-twin in the near future. And should I have another alternator problem, I want to be able to take this off pretty simple and pretty quickly. So, all that just to say, when you go to put these in, the engine rotates like this. I don't know if you guys see here, but that's loosening. That is tightening. So when the engine's spinning, it's already going to be putting a lot of pressure onto this nut here. It's already going to be tightening it up. But if you want to put these back on, you don't have to have an air sawzall. You don't have to have an impact. This thing has been running and driving this whole season literally with this tool. You just breaker bar it as hard as you can by hand, and that's pretty much it. If you put too much pressure on them, if you put an air sawzall to air sawzall, Jesus, put an air impact onto them, you could crack the flywheel. You could break the threads, although I've really never seen that. These are really tough things. You're not supposed to do them. It's just that simple. So just a little heads up for you guys right there. We're gonna pop this off right now and see what our alternator looks underneath. See what happens. Make sure you do not lose a single washer. You do not lose a single nut, because it is most likely there for a reason. Let's see what we got here. Alright. Screw her here. I think we got it. Let's see. Oh yeah. All right. Should be a key in here, which you guys just want to make sure you don't want to lose. Okay, let's see. Nice. Yep, there's the key right there. Want to make sure we don't lose that. Want to make sure he goes in just the right way. Bam. I might have to put that nut back on in case I have to hit it up. I don't think I will, but see what happens here. It's a pretty good chance I might have to give it a little bit of love and attention off camera here. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so off camera I'm going to take this off and we'll see what that alternator looks like. Alrighty guys, got the nut off. use the old breaker bar. Pretty easy. One trick I did do, guys, that would probably help you guys out pretty good, is you see these little flaps right here, these little edges to catch on? I just rotated the flywheel as such, took a wrench, dug one end into here and the other end up against the firewall, so when it caught, it would catch in such a way that it would create enough resistance for me to pop it with the breaker bar. So all that's left to do is to take off this flywheel, which I'll do off camera, and see what that alternator looks underneath. Please make sure, guys, be careful with the key. There is a key to this flywheel. It's just like every other motor. Just make sure you don't want to lose that. Keep all eyes on that. And yeah, so I'm going to stop the camera off here, and hopefully when it's back on, the flywheel will be off and we'll be replacing the alternator. Alrighty, guys, look at that. A little dirty in there. Nothing the old vacuum cleaner can do. Voila, there she is, the old alternator. So guys, you all might be wondering, how in the hell did I take these off? These can be tricky. A lot of people think prying is the answer, and I'm here to tell you that is not. When I first started off with lawnmowers, I used to pry, and I gotta say, it does not work. Here's the reason why. These are plastic. These are plastic bound gears that, well, this is one big plastic round gear with plastic teeth, okay? The starter has plastic teeth. When you take a pickle fork or something and you pry it with, you know, the pickle fork, if you take something like that and you pry it up against these teeth, it's just gonna smush them. That's just not how you do it. What you want to do is take a rubber mallet like what I have here from Harbor Freight for $1, kid you not, and just beat the hell out of it in a circular motion. Really try to get the edges, try to get it to do one of these motions. And any one of those hits, it could take 10 minutes, 20 minutes, who knows. We'll pop it off and out you go. There's just no need to start prying. If you start prying, you're just going to end up needing a new flywheel. You can actually see, if you were to take something like a pickle fork or a wrench or something just to pry on, if you're not hitting these plastic teeth, you're going to hit the magnets, and that is just a big no bueno. So just be careful, make sure you're not doing that. And if you're lucky, you'll be having it as easy as I am right now. Although it does help to have some sort of shelter. I call this place a shop, but you know, it's a shed with tools literally right next to me. So, you know, I'm trying to keep in mind to the consumer, this is easy for me because of where I'm at right now, but there might be somebody who's doing this in their front yard. I don't know. They might not be in the same spot I'm in. So I always try to figure out ways that even they can get it done. And I mean, if you want it done right, you want to be successful, just pick up a freaking hammer at Harbor Freight for $1. That might be $2 actually, now that I'm thinking about it with tax. Rubber mallet, beat the hell out of it, comes right off. So that is that. So we have these little screws right here, 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll be taking those off and replacing the alternator. You can definitely see the difference here between the old and the new. Look at that. Woo, woo, woo. Man, does that make me happy. Holy cow. Let's get a little... Oh, that looks really good. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to cut the camera off here and we'll start doing some little edits of us taking that off. Alrighty guys, I actually just found out you just take the two off here from the sides. You can just lift it up. So that's nice. And there we go. that is one alternator off. Let's see. Just trying to see how this would fit on here. Guess it goes like that, right? That, okay. Cool. Wow, yeah, it's old. Definitely old. I think that's our solution there. I mean, that's our culprit. All right, I'm gonna grab a shop vac, clean this up when in Rome, right? But before I do, I want to let you guys know something here. Actually, hold on now. I'm curious here because Hypa, our sponsor for today, thank you Hypa for sponsoring this video. You guys are awesome. They gave us some bolts, but I'm noticing here they're different than the stock ones. Yeah. See if these thread in. Yep, okay. Yep. Not the right threads. That's alright. That is okay. These actually, yeah, those might be for a different motor, those bolts. But that's alright. These look just fine. So I guess that's one thing, one little word to the wise there for y'all. If you're going to go out and you're gonna get some Hypa alternators, just be careful. I got this one specifically for this motor, 24 horse, the whole spec, all that, and a good bag of chips. And the bolts they give you are not the right ones. I could tell because if I go to screw this guy in, he screws in all the way. He'll just keep going for days. And if I screw that other guy in, he stops like within the first turn. So I'm gonna end up stripping out this threads. This block is not strong. As far as threading goes, you just gotta be careful. You don't wanna be jamming these in. So I'm just gonna stick with the factory ones. So a little tip there, stick with the factory ones unless you're absolutely certain the ones you got are the ones that are actually gonna fit in. There's our keyway, looking pretty all right. All right, but I mean, don't let that discourage you guys away from this company here, because, well, you'll see. Hopefully this will work. But other than that, I mean, everything else is literally the same. You can literally see it's still got the same spacer on it right here. Same spacer, same alternator, nothing different. Alrighty. Guys, please make sure you check out Hypa's link in the description below. These guys are really awesome for helping me out and getting this mower dialed. I am so pumped. This is awesome. Okay. So, we're going to want to take this wire here and tuck underneath the flap here. Right in through here. Make sure it's going right in this gap. Hold up right in here so it comes out and mates with the female end here, or the male end. Female, male end. Okay. I'm going to give this a twist because that's the way it's supposed to go on. Now you guys might be wondering, hey, you know, how do you know how to put these on? Or how do I know if it's on the right way? Two different things you can tell. Number one, the outlet should be right smooth with this whole thing. I mean, if your thing is twisted all the way here, you're not going to be able to reach this around the flywheel, and it just doesn't work. So you want to put the plug side out, and when you do that, these holes match up. The other way you could tell is it'll actually drop in a little bit. So you can see I'm moving it around here. See how I'm moving it around? And then it just kind of falls right in place. Snug that down by hand a little bit. Bada bing, bada boom. Alternator installed. Well, installed. I still gotta bolt it in. So, all I gotta do now, guys, is vacuum this up. I totally forgot to do that. But at least you guys can at least see just what it's gonna take for you to replace this. It's really not that hard. it is quite simple, and it is straightforward and pretty much common sense. All right, let me vacuum this all up, and we'll start assembling it. I'll most likely kick it on fast play, because I just don't want to bore you guys. And then hopefully we'll start this cat up, check the battery and the outlet. Yeah, we'll be able to tell straight from the battery now that I'm thinking about it. We'll plug it right into the battery and put it at high RPM and see if it's charging the battery or if it's not doing anything at all. So without further ado, let's kick on the fast play. Alrighty guys, had to stop the cameras there for a second. Actually, I don't even think I kicked on the fast play yet. And I made a mistake. My very humble of apologies, because these bolts hypogalas actually do work. For some reason, they are really snug. When you put them in, they really feel like they're not the right size bolt. But when I started laying them in, there must be some sort of coating on the bolts, because they're working. They go in right in there. I'm not stripping anything. I'm not shredding threads. They genuinely seem to be the actually right size nut or bolt. Sorry. So that was my bad. Did not mean to discourage hypo that way or anything like that. I'm trying not to give you guys any misinformation there, but from my end, it genuinely actually felt like they were not the right size. You can kind of tell when it threads in really easy with one bolt and then it just stops on the other, and it kind of made me feel like if I kept going I was going to strip threads, but nah, they actually work. And they actually give you a little lock nut. So you put the lock nut on the bolt first, drop her down, and you can see right there is where I'm usually thinking, like right there, it starts to get pretty hard. But when you take a little screwdriver to it, it does go right in. So bring it in there nice and good, nice and snug. Yeah. Let's see, so these are actually all in here. That one's good. That one's good. That one's good. Yeah, well thank you, Hypo. Very sorry about that, guys. When I found out, I had to stop the camera and just let you guys know. That is something you really don't want to give out misinformation on, because that could literally be the difference between your motor running and not running at all. Because if those bolts aren't the right size, or if they are the right size, who knows, and they vibrate off, they hit your flywheel, you're done. So good thing I caught that. Like I said, very sorry about that. And yeah, just trying to get this plugged in right here with one hand, see if I can do it. My goodness. Oh, so tricky. All right. Kabam! Right there. Alrighty, guys. You know, we all make mistakes, but that one, like I said, very sorry about that. Won't be doing that again, that's for sure. So with all that said and done, we have the alternator in. We're now going to assemble this. I'm going to slap the fast play back on it, and or I'm going to start the fast play. I haven't started it yet, and we're just going to assemble this thing and get her going. So let's kick it on. Alrighty, guys, look at that. Like new, I tell you what. And look at that. Perfect. So the alternator's installed. All we have to do now is pretty much just test fire it. I got the Noco charging it up right now, giving her a little bit of juice. So while we wait, I'll give you guys what's going to happen. Give you guys the rundown of what's going to happen. I'm going to start it up, and immediately I'm going to wait just like a few seconds, and then we're going to rev her up a little high, and go to the battery. Got our voltmeter here, and we're going to check for current and see if it's going down on current or if it's going up on current. It should be around, with a good alternator and a good battery like what we got here, I should be seeing 12 point something. Whether it's 12.30, 12.40, 12.10, somewhere in the 12 point range. Realistically 12.30 or 12.24. So we'll see what happens, but we're never going to find out if we just stand here and do nothing about it. So let's hear this son of a bitch fire, I tell you what. Alright, clear this out here. Alright, I'm going to try no choke. See if it's warm enough for that. It's about 75 out there in a boat. Okay, there's the keys right there. Oh my goodness. This is the original key too, I'm pretty sure. Alright, let's see what happens, guys. Oh. Let her sit for a little bit. Alright. That is odd. So we got taking off compression here. PTO's off. Clutch engaged. Alright, see what we have here. Maybe the pack is dead? Check connections here. Let's see. No, it's full. Might be something stupid. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, that's not good. Okay. Give me a few seconds and see if I can figure this out, guys. I'll be right back. Alrighty, guys. There was something wrong with the starter there for a second. I just fixed it. But I guess something fell right into this little plastic cap here, and it wouldn't let the starter engage. And then when it did engage there for a second, I don't know what happened, but electrically something happened, and it wasn't delivering all volts from the battery or the Noco to the starter. Whatever the problem was, though, I just cleared it out with a little bit of air, figuring that something got stuck in this little spring here. And, well, it works fine now. So let's turn the gas on and pretend like that never happened. Although I'm probably going to keep an eye on that, because if it keeps doing that, that could be smelling a new starter. But it also could be a new solenoid. Not too sure, but let's see if she fires here. Come on, baby. It's got a new sound to it. Change the exhaust a little bit. All right. So, send this up over to here. Okay, that's pretty badass. I forgot to tell you guys I did the exhaust on this thing. Before you guys saw this new setup, it was literally just a piece of metal on the top here holding the flywheel together. So I grabbed some 1/4" thick steel, bolted it in nice and solid, and it's actually got a more deeper growl to it now. And none of the carbon's leaking out of it, causing my whole entire intake to go black. So with that and the fact this thing charged, I don't know if you guys noticed it, but for some reason it was only reading 3 numbers there. I think it was because I wasn't making full contact with the pins. But once I did, it went from 1320, and then I smacked it up, not full throttle, like 1/4. And I could have swore I saw a 1346 or 1340 something. And then I saw it drop, and then I looked and I saw that my throttle here was slowly wiggling down, which might be something I want to fix, but it's, I mean, I'm not going to be picky. Well, there we have it, guys. Oh my goodness, I'm so glad it charges. It would literally just stay at 12 and drop a little bit, and that would just be it. And I'd have to keep charging the battery, and oh my goodness, it charges. That is really good news. Okay. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I know it was a little bit crazy with the camera work. I know I had a bad call with that the bolts that Hypo gave us. Please, you know, sometimes we do things on this channel and I might be right, might be wrong. But that one I didn't see coming. I figured, let me try these again, because there's no way that they could have sent me wrong bolts. And they were the right bolts the whole time. I just wasn't... two things could have happened. Number one, I think, personally, the coating on the bolt added a little extra thickness to the threading of the bolt. So when I went to go screw it in, it felt tough. And then when I broke through the coating, it was just like butter. And then I also noticed a tiny bit of junk in the threads. And then after I cleaned it out, it got even more better. So with all that said and done, thank you, Hypo, for sponsoring today's video. Please check the links below, and please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. If you liked what you saw here today, please check out the Instagram and Patreon links below, and check out Hypo's link, because they got this thing to charge, just like how they got the carburetor fixed, the fuel pump fixed, and so on. So, I think this thing is just about ready to go for spring. I mean, that's summer. I think we're ready to mow lawns. We're ready to get her going. So, oh, and before I end this, you guys may have noticed, yes, I did paint the rims. I should have included that in a short, my bad. I get a little too carried away when I get my hands full on rattle can paint. So you'll be able to see this a lot better when we take it outside, which will be a future video. Hopefully the one coming up next. I've been throwing a lot of money at this mower just because I'm just taking project by project. So after this one, I'm hoping this guy can be finished and done. I know we said it was going to be ready by winter, but some stuff happened, and that's just what happens. So we're just going to be piecemealing this mower, and I figured this one was literally the easiest to do, and it was. Kind of. But yeah, other than that, I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe. I hope you all stay safe, and I'll catch you guys next time. This is Impossible Mowers out.